little piece, wanna see some more? I'm gonna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Shake a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Shake a little piece, wanna see some more? Shake a little piece, wanna see some more? I'm gonna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Shake a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the 49ers first down.
Looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Raiders at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9 now. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Still going.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To the air goes Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8. Now Allen. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and 4. They stay on the ground with Allen. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards.
And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Daniels looking to throw. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. But the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And now an audible here into something else. Throwing now is Daniels. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2nd and 15. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Here's Allen. And shutting him off, now open field. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Daniels.
And he fires one incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
They'll look to throw again. The open man is Westbrook. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Slot man moves right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Allen here on the screen. The 20. 5. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Play action, now it's Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Daniels. And he completes it to Westbrook.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
He's got a man, complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 68 yards. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 70 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Now a carry for Allen. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. It completes it once more to Anderson. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9
you
picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st down, it's Allen. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. They're going to look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Looking to throw. Underneath to Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Second and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll run for it. This is Allen. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Allen. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
49ers 35.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he will slide down with a good gain. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Eluding the pressure. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 10. First down, San Francisco.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Allen. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
3rd and 7.
To throw is Daniels. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Thomas barreling ahead. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It is